Today is my 43rd birthday. Instead of just settling for a cake, I've decided to give myself a different kind of gift, a 10-week challenge in public to run a half marathon. On a daily basis, I'm a husband, a father and a designer who leads a team at the UK bank, but for the last 2 years or so, I've been a runner also, or at least someone who runs. I don't consider myself some great athlete. I don't even call myself a runner per se. I'm not a running nerd who analyzes thousands of stats and geeky metrics. If you ask me about my heart rate thresholds, I won't know what you're talking about. I just grew to like running. And I grew to like the gamification that apps like Strava offers, as I regularly watch my results, which changes, and the changes gives me a real joy. This story will be about technology and a specific challenge. I've decided to conduct the public 10-week experiment on myself, and the goal is the 7th night half marathon in Piekary Śląskie, Poland, on July 18th. The tool that is supposed to get me there is a training app called Runna. This will be a review, but a different kind. I'll look at it from the two perspectives. As a regular user who just wants to run his first half marathon, and a UX designer who cannot help but analyze how things work. My journey into kind of serious running started last year, persuaded by my friends to sign up for my first ever organized 10K race. November in Blackburn, could it be any worse? I needed a training plan. With no better idea, I asked ChatGPT to prepare one for me. For 2 months, I follow its guidelines, tracking my pace on my watch. And you know what? It kinda worked. Not only I did finish the race, but also I bet my personal best, and I felt fantastic. That's when the idea appeared in my head. Literally just, okay, I just did a 10K, now it's a half marathon, and then obviously it's a marathon because you need to only go higher, right? And I really hope to run Le Marathon de Château du Médoc. And I hope I pronounced it correctly, because French, unfortunately, is not my strongest piece. In September 2026, I think it's the 40th edition of that marathon. It's a marathon in France through vineyards, filled with food and wine. Could it be any better? Unfortunately, life had other plans. Around winter, a regular depression hit me. It caused not only a mental decline, but a physical one too. I stopped training and my running results just plummeted. That's a whole other topic for another time, but it's crucial for the context of the story, you see. This spring, trying to deal with it, I returned to running and I started running more, and I can see improvements in my well-being and results again. And then, like a boomerang, obviously, the topic of race came back. My friend planted that seed in my head once more. One thing led to another. I found this July half marathon in Piekary Śląskie, Poland, and I signed up. This time, however, I decided to use a dedicated tool. Because training with a plan from ChatGPT was effective, but also very manual. I had to build my own workout session in the Apple Fitness app, constantly check my pace on my watch, and remember all the guidelines. It's tiring. An app like Runna promises to automate all of that, to guide me through it. And here we get to the heart of this project. I want to step into the shoes of a typical user and test this app on my own 2 feet. Literally. I don't want to critique the design. It's not my place to point out designers' decisions. I want to review this app as a user for the other users, people who want to start running, like me, are looking for a tool to help them train for a specific goal. I will answer these questions, 4 questions. 4 or 3? 4. What's the plan creation process like for someone who isn't a complete beginner but also far from pro? How does the app perform in practice during the run on the watch screen? Are its prompts helpful? Are the data in reports understandable for someone who isn't a running nerd? And most importantly, does the training plan actually work, and will it get me to the finish line? I have 10 weeks ahead of me. Every 3-4 weeks roughly I will publish another update on Medium and probably on my website and its video version on YouTube. At least that's the plan. Sharing my progress, frustration, possibly, and discoveries, hopefully. I'll be doing this as a guy who also works as a head of design, takes care of his home and a family, and tries to balance it all with his own personal challenges. My gear also isn't the latest Garmin with 1,000 features, but an iPhone 13 Pro and an Apple Watch 7. Pretty good but used equipment. And also I'm running in my shoes which has almost 1,000 kilometers on them, and I'm waiting for a new pair I just bought on Vinted a few days ago. I'm also trying to be physically active outside of running. I go hiking or mountain biking every so often, kick the ball with the kids, etc. So the majority of those activities land on my Strava, and they will probably sync to the Runna app too, because they usually do. So we'll see how it copes with all that. This is my starting point, and this is my background. I invite you to join me on this journey. Let's see together if technology can really help a regular amateur to achieve an ambitious goal. Will I be able to ride in 10 weeks? I run it and the app did this job? Well, we'll see, I guess. I'm launching this project today on my 43rd birthday as a promise to myself, and the clock starts now.